1 week after the perennial Seattle weather was narrowly avoided, and one of the best races of the season instead was had, the other shoe dropped. And I'm calling for frontier justice for the brain trust of the promoters, who were foolish enough to schedule a 4-week swing through the Atlantic Northeast in April. Mud is the great equalizer. Mud levels the playing field. No, mud sucks. Worst race of the season, with every prospect of 3 more to come. As fans, all we can do is pray that we don't have to endure another shit show that was Foxborough. And the early weather reports for Philly suggest our prayers won't be answered. Maybe I've just got a grudge for ruining my then good knee in qualifying with the Redbud National back at the turn of the century. But I'm torn between which I hate worse. Racing in the mud, or watching the world's best rolling every jump and dog paddling their way around a shit track in the current day. Scheduling 4 races in the Northeast in April in the wake of the oft-rain-soaked Seattle round is folly. No reason to expect anything but the worst for weather. Choose to accept the narrative that no dumbs are available, or not. Makes little difference. Feld is going to do what Feld is going to do. And just as NBC Feld tightens the noose on small creators, not allowing for fair use, transformative use of 5 seconds of race footage stitched together to tell the ongoing story of the season, they won't even show their own customers and viewers the racing in its entirety. Say or believe what you want about the mythical, non-existent casual fan. It is nothing less than egregious to not cover the race whilst the race is still going. Perhaps the pivotal seismic shift of the season occurred in the mudslide of Foxborough, with Cooper Webb moving up from 7th place to 3rd in the final lap of the main, thus extending his points lead instead of having it erode, and solidifying his stranglehold on what is playing out to be his 3rd championship crown. And only those who are enduring 40-degree rainy weather at the venue will ever know what it looked like. Apparently, according to those that were there, Webb's last lap was legend. Or maybe it was the last 2 laps. Or 3. We'll never know. There was no effort to show us what was happening. The spotter didn't know who was who. This deep into the season, surely the pockets of the promoter were deep enough to hire one guy to never take his eyes off the leader of the race, and another to never take his eyes off the points leader, then circulating something like 4 laps a lap faster than anyone else on the track, and sending jumps that hadn't been hit since the heat races. It absolutely, irrefutably denies and belies any credulity that anyone who sat and watched that pig slop race, with the world's best riders paddling their way around the track while singling every jump, wasn't invested at least a little bit in seeing this championship unfold in the final minutes, or even seconds, of the race they were trying to watch. Instead, the producer of the broadcast elected to show Aaron Plessinger move a tough block, gesture to the crowd, and then dive into a belly flop in 6 inches of water. Did anyone tune into a live race to watch pratfalls in real time, with a huge swing in the points of momentum playing out off camera? Defies credibility. And should any, even a smattering, of new viewers exist, it certainly does nothing to define or elevate a sport rife with athletic human drama. AP's stage dive would have made a nice highlight, yes. It's always cool to see Aaron win. And I'm so sick of a certain announcer never referring to Aaron by name that it's easy to avoid using the Cowboy as a pseudonym, no matter a mischance at a nice turn of phrase. Congrats also to a career best finish by Jean-micheal. Maybe, just maybe, this channel should pivot to commentary on the broadcast itself, and not the far more interesting season as it unfolds. Due to the ever-draconian copyright strikes and recent changes to the algorithm, it's pretty much dead in the water anyway. Since March changes to the YouTube algorithm, the last 3 Moto filtered review previews have totally tanked. And a startup small channel that amassed 250,000 views in 15 months' time is teetering very close to going dark. Like, comment, and subscribe. These videos are 3 days in the making, and if they're not going to get views, there's really no point in continuing. Likewise, an 8-minute 250 main and a 12-minute 450 main is really delivering the value to fans in the stands, or the many thousands more who managed to sit through the broadcast. A broadcast that didn't even deem the championship battle having a massive swing in the final lap of the night worth showing. Jason Thomas is a consummate professional. Articulate, more knowledgeable than 99.9% of the people on the planet when it comes to Supercross and motocross racing, and fiercely intelligent. Jason Wygant is an excellent live announcer and has an exhaustive knowledge of the history of the sport. His pre- and post-race analysis is as near as makes no difference, second to none, to anyone who has ever held the role. The rest? It's a shit show of poor announcing, poor vocabulary, metaphors mixed to the point of pain, and amazingly mediocre choice of camera selections. Barring Weege and JT, it's the worst motorsports team ever assembled for any racing broadcast of any kind, and an embarrassment to the sport. Start a YouTube channel, they said. You're a good storyteller, they said. It'll be fun, they said. Anyways, moving on. A single professional motocross race was held in Philadelphia from the beginning of time until 1973, and the next wasn't until 1980. Built as not one, but 2 Supercross races, held on back-to-back days, on a race course that had to circumnavigate the football field within the since demolished John F. Kennedy Stadium. Very little footage of those 2 80s races is available. Only a single fan-shot film can be found. Chances are, Feld, NBC, and Peacock will strike even that. Team Yamaha's Mike Bell won the first race, leading every lap to win his 6th race of the season and extend his 27-point lead. He would take the crown the very next day. His teammate Brock Glover won on Sunday, but Bell clinched his crown. His first and the 4th consecutive for Yamaha after Bob Hanna's 3-year run. I came to know Mike Bell many years later when he was helming the then aftermarket giant that was White Brothers, and he was a great guy in addition to being a childhood hero. Rest easy, Mike. It would be another 44 years until the series revisited the city of brotherly love last season, with Philly back on the schedule for the first time since the Carter administration, and when most bikes were air-cooled, twin-shocked, and had drum brakes. And I know, even as I type this script, there's no chance I can put together a 1-minute summary of that race without having 95% of it struck. Which I have done. And here's what's left of it.
Time to drop the gate for Philly. And Jet, a good jump is going to lead them. He got the whole shot. Tomac and Webb are right there. So the Yamaha teammates, 2 championships apiece, have to gang up on the rookie Lawrence, Tomac, and Webb, trying to keep him in sight.
He's going to have to.
Oh! Sexton right into the side of Webb.
Oh, that's not going to age well. This last lap, he pulled a nice little gap. Jet Lawrence did on Chase Sexton.
Jet Lawrence doing what he has to do. 2 wins in a row down the stretch and stretching the points lead. Sexton is second. Anderson puts Webb down. How close is 4th? Not close enough. And Cooper Webb coughs up a spot and 2 championship points in the last turn.
What's at stake? 2 races left.
He stepped up and got it done.
Yeah, he did. Clutch start and the rookie making it happen. Look at that.
The strengths to succeed at any level in motorcycle racing, let alone at the highest level, are myriad. First and foremost might be strength itself, the physical ability and endurance required to pound lap after lap at speed. But it's a close fight between physical and mental. The fortitude required to win doesn't come from the gym, it comes from within. Chase Sexton is a very good racer and has great fitness and strength. He has a physical build from God or his parents and motivation that is undeniable. He could have been a prototypical athlete in any number of sports, should he had chosen to pursue. Cooper Webb, not to discount his own fitness, has a stature that is not the very picture of a modern athlete. He is, however, a great racer, and his focus and fortitude is perhaps second to none in the history of Supercross. Aaron Plessinger's first win of the season is incredibly popular with everyone, including this pundit. But maybe the real winner on the night, standing third on the box. With 5 rounds left, there's really no saying who will be the 2025 Monster Energy AMA Supercross champion at season's end. But Coop just made another incredibly strong case for why my money remains on him. And hey, if you like this video, please like this video. Maybe we'll tap the subscribe button. Leave a comment if you know how to type. Meanwhile, thanks for watching this.
It was definitely a do or die situation. I think once, like I said, I ended up falling twice. So once I finally got up and regrouped, it was almost like a F it attitude, and just kind of charged forward. I stayed jumping those jumps, which saved me. And I saw like 3 to go. I saw 4, and it was just kind of like blood in the water. It was